The George Hotel, Castletown, Isle of Man. Morning, how are you doing? Not a bad day today, not a bad day at all. And we're in Castletown in the south of the island, yes. And we're going to go to a pub called the George, which is overlooked by this castle. You just see there in the background, Castle Rushen, and that dates back from the 10th century. And the pub itself, the George, was originally opened in 1833. So this castle overlooks the George, and we're going to have a little potter in there, and then we're going to go for a pint. See you in a minute. Thornbridge Brewery, Jaipur IPA, 5.9%. Hi folks, so welcome to the George Hotel. Now this pub has been here since 1833, and it's right in the middle of Castletown Square, and it's overlooked by a Russian castle over there. So the castle dominates the village, or the town I should say, and the reason why it's called Castletown is because it's a town and it's got a castle in. Things were so simple them days, and this was the ancient capital of the Isle of Man before Douglas took over. Yes, and this pub itself, like I say, it's been 1833, so it's been here a long time, and it's got a bit of a dark history, which is good. And it's owned by Uncle's Brewery, and to be fair to them, they've tastily done this pub. It's really good, and it's got 11-bedroom accommodation, food at lunch, food at tea time, and yeah, it's not bad at all. And at the back, it's got a really good beer garden, and it's a proper sun trap. It really is. And I've had a few afternoons where I've got a red face in there. And at the front, you can sit outside in the summer, because in the square they have a live stage with bands and music and all sorts going on, and you can sit out there with your beer and watch the live bands. So that's pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, not a bad boozer this. This beer today is from the Thornbridge Brewery from Bakewell in Derbyshire. Now, Bakewell is famous for other things, but more famous for tarts and puddings, yes. And don't bother with Mr. Kipling's Bakewell tarts. Go to Bakewell itself and try the traditional Bakewell tarts and puddings while you're in the village. Really good. Anyway, Thornbridge Brewery, formed in 2004, and originally they used to say it was the first craft brewer of UK. But all these breweries from 150 years ago, they were craft brewers in their time, so they're all craft brewers. So it's a bit of a nonsense thing saying craft brewers, I think. But Thornbridge Brewery, formed in 2004, and this is called Jaipur, probably their most famous brew, and it comes in at 5.9%. Now there's a load of hops in this, and I've had to write this down. Chinook, Centennial, Simcoe, Columbus and Cascade, and I'm expecting a bit of a powerful taste on this one. So it's a very straw colour beer. It's got a white head, extremely hoppy nose, you can smell the citrus on it, and I think it's time for me to have a slurp in the George. Cheers. Whoa, that pulls your cheeks in a bit. Oh, blimey. Straight away, lemony, grapefruit dominates. Piney, very tropical. Yes, it's quite extreme, that for me. It's not usual, my palate can't take that. But it's been a very popular beer, and I know a lot of my mates who like this. And yeah, it's very popular beer, isn't it? And it's well made, it is, but it's very hoppy indeed, blimey. Yeah, grapefruit lemony dominates it. A tropical nose. It's got dry finish. a long finish. It's still going now. Whoa, that's a bit of a biter. But having said that, it's very popular. Good stuff. Right, so I've been to 4 funerals in the last couple of weeks. Yes, 4 funerals, you wouldn't believe it, would you? Now, the first funeral I went to was a man who invented the throat lozenge. Yes, throat lozenge. And there's no coffin at his funeral, no. And the second one I went to was a man who invented windowsills. Yes, and he's a great bloke. He turned out to be an absolute lench, he really did. The third one was a man who invented the crossword puzzle. And you can, if you go up to Douglas Cemetery, go through the gates, you'll find his grave 4 across and 3 down. That's right, yes. And finally, the last funeral I went to was a man who invented them plastic containers called Tupperware. Yes. Unfortunately, at his funeral, they couldn't find the right lid for his coffin. No. I've been a busy lad, but I've had some good spreads, some good food, cold buffies.
Yeah, she said she's on her way up here. You alright?
So here we are in the George. Part of the 5 pub crawl of Castletown, and it's all right in here. I could try and call it in now and again, and yeah, it's okay. But normally it's just Oakland's beers, but they've got a guest ale on today, so I thought that's good. And the guest ale is from Thornbridge Brewery, and it's Jaipur, 5.9%, and it's got a load of hops in it. It turns your face inside out, but it's very, very popular. Lemony, grapefruit, pine, bit of tropical. Long finish, and it's a well-made beer, to be fair. Might be not my style, but fair play to it, it does a job. Right, I've got to go back up the castle now to help a friend of mine who's got terrible constipation. Yes, I'll see you up there. Cheers. Bob, you alright? Bob? Oh dear. So there you go, that's the George, and you can just see it between the castle walls. Yes, and yeah, it was fine in there, it's good. So I'm just up Castle Rushen again, having a look round, and look, there's the sea. So see the sea over there. Lovely place. And yeah, it's good up here. It's worth a visit, definitely worth a visit. One of its finest of its type in Europe. So anyway folks, thanks for watching, and if you're not subscribed, give it a whirl, but you don't have to. Just as long as you enjoy it. Cheers.